episode of Where There's Smoke, There's Flower, sponsored by Urban Flower CBD Dispensary at 2606 Telephone Road here in awesome Houston, Texas. Tonight you have me and Jimmy Aranda, my husband. We're happy to introduce to you some friends of ours, longtime friend and fan of Dionisio when we used to do wines, Ben Jackson and Dustin, also known as D. Will, here to chat with us tonight about what they're doing here to make us Houston proud and what they think about CBD. So welcome.
Hey.
Ben.
What's up?
Say hello. And
hey. How y'all doing? What's
Hello.
going on?
Oh, hello, how y'all doing?
Yeah.
Dustin Williams, D. Will get it done.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks for being here tonight. Ben, you know, you've made us laugh throughout the years. We've had you as a special guest at festivals when Dionisio was downtown, back in Pearland, back on Telephone Road, and now you're here at Urban Flower.
Yeah. I have been. I need to be getting some stock or something. I mean,
Well,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
Oh, now as well, you know. Yeah. No, yeah, man. I've been with y'all for a while. It's been fun to see the growth.
Yeah, we're very proud of you, and just like we're growing, you're growing.
Yeah.
Your neighborhood you started out, you're still living in.
Hey, I can't disclose that information.
Well, there are a lot of people that are proud, you know, they don't deny their roots, and they bring back to the community.
Oh, well, okay, well, I'm still in Sunnyside, but it ain't where y'all think that I am. For those who know me, I ain't there no more. I done moved because, you know, but yeah, go ahead, yeah. Still in Sunnyside.
Oh,
go
you're
ahead.
talking about the gentrified areas of Sunnyside.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's a
good
good word you just used there, man. Nah, I know what gentrified means. Nah, I'm still out in Sunnyside, man. I'm always gonna be home. I lived on 1960 for like 9 months. And I was like, whoo, I'm a South Sider, gotta get back there. So when I leave the South Side, I'll probably be leaving Houston.
Yeah.
So, you know, on to bigger and better things. But
Absolutely, and you're bringing it back, and so I'm sure you're a role model figure for a lot of people, even though I know you're a humble and modest guy, but pretty soon, you know, people are starting to know your name, and everybody's going to say, hey, he grew up in my neighborhood.
hey, you know, I always rep Sunnyside, you know what I'm saying? That's all I know. That's home.
So when did you know that you were funny?
I don't know. I don't really. I guess I'm funny now, but I always just be thinking I'll just be saying what's real, and then people just start laughing. I'm like, I'm telling the truth. It's, you know, I can't help that y'all goofy. You know what I'm saying? It's just, look, you goofy.
It's just the
You're
way
goofy. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
really funny though when you
Sorry.
deliver it.
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? But that's
It's a
just what it
delivery.
is. You know.
It's funny.
But in actuality, life is funny to me. Like, I can only be mad for about. I was gonna pick that up and drink. Man, I can only be mad for about maybe 15, 20 minutes. It's unhealthy to spend any more time than that with something negative. You know,
That's
I
very
work
healthy.
in mental health as well. Been doing that for 5 years. What words can I not say on here?
You're not censored.
Okay, yeah, I'm a nigga with benefits. You know, I had to put that out there. Yeah, nigga with benefits.
The
In
9
case
to
any
5.
y'all, yeah, I still do that here and there. In case any of y'all need to get y'all, you know, a little gap fixed or something, holler at your boy before open enrollment. And for those who, the ones who know what open enrollment is, them the ones I'm talking to. You know what I'm saying? You know, don't Google it. You know, you know. But it's unhealthy to spend any, you know, more time than that. So I've always looked at life just from that perspective. I always like to have fun. I tell people all the time. I told somebody yesterday, if me and you are having a disagreement, and I hang up the phone, we going back and forth. I hang up the phone. If I call you back, no matter when I call you back, if it's 5 minutes later, 2 minutes later, an hour, I promise you I'm not calling you back to argue. I've already decomposed, like got down. I'm hoping more than likely you probably ain't got to where I am. I get over some stuff I can get over quick, cause I can just channel. I know that me and you got some business. Me and Jimmy, we ain't never had no disagreement or whatever. But if we did, we got stuff that got to get done. So it probably be quick. It be like, he'll piss me off, and then that'll be that. So you know what I'm saying? That's what it is with me. So
That's healthy.
that's how life is, because at the end of the day, ain't nothing that's that bad. If you can still pick up the phone to call somebody, it's not that bad.
I like to say it's not the end of the world.
It ain't that bad.
It ain't the end of the world. Yeah.
It's not the end of the world.
Definitely understand that.
So, I don't know, there's some noise about you turning 50 or something.
Shoot, do this look like I had to stand. This look like the body.
18.
Somebody turn
18.
Hey man, I'm happy, man. I'm turning 30 this year. Shoot, I was looking 30. Oh, so I got this app on my phone, working in the hospital, nigga with benefits. So I got this app on my phone called Rally, where it's about like weight, health, and stuff like that in the hospital. And they told me to put all my information in there. Like, I was like 27. They said, put all your information in there. And it did like a calculation. It said all the stuff you do, smoke, drink, all that kind of stuff. How much exercise you do. 27 years old, the motherfucker said I was 33. I said, hey, bitch, who? You know what I'm saying? I went back. Ain't nobody else see that but me. I done went back and I clicked back and I started lying to make my age show up a little better. I ended up getting it down to I tweaked it a lot, but I got down to about 29. But I was like, you can't, you don't really think about that when you just living life. You just out here drinking, partying, eating bad, eating late. I was like, man, I gotta get this weight up off me. So I lost I'm at 45 pounds. And I'm there. That's where I'm at for my height.
We don't have a before and after picture, but
I had titties.
He had cheeks.
I had teats. Not titties.
I said cheeks.
I had teats. I had cheeks, but I had teats.
Yeah, and you did. You shaved off some inches and some years, because now you look like a teenager.
Yeah.
I can't believe you're turning 30.
I lost 7 years of hair. I had my dreadlocks, cut those off. Yeah,
are you proud of what you've done for these 30 years?
Yeah, I am. I've kind of, for the most part, I know it's cliche, I've done it the way I wanted to do it. I can tell you it ain't always been right, because I ain't where I want to be at 30. But I've been doing stuff that I never thought I'd be doing at building up to 30. So it's been fun. It's been I've enjoyed everything. I'm at a point now in my life where I reflect. I enjoy doing like podcasts. That's why when he asked me to do it, I was ready to do it, because I enjoy, even though it's only 30 years, I got a lot of story in my 30 years, and it's people that's older than me that be talking to me about stuff. Cause I say I work in psych, and you got a lot of different insight that you can give people from younger people. I was at a party the other day. This young cat, man, he was real ferocious about getting this young lady. He really wanted her. You know what I'm saying? And I could see it on his face. I said, man, how old are you? He was 21. I said, man, this young lady's a little older. He's seeing her drunk. I remember being a 21-year-old trying to get that. I said, hey man, calm down. You don't want what's coming after that. Just go jack off in the car or something. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Go call somebody you know. You know what I'm saying? It ain't always about getting something new. But 5-6 years ago, I probably would have said go get it. You know what I'm saying? But that's from learning and living. And sometimes you can't go get it. You know what I'm saying? But that point, he wasn't there to see that wasn't a good situation. So I've lived and learned. So I love my
Do you listen to country music?
I listen to old country music. The new stuff.
There's a good song called My Next 30 Years.
Is it old
So
or new?
you need it. It's kind of not too old, but not too new.
Okay. I like Neon Moon and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
When the sun goes down. Oh, that's
Hey,
real
but
pain.
you should look up the lyrics. It's very inspiring, and I think that you're on the right track
Okay.
to have a vision for your next 30, since you're in a good spot.
Yeah.
So happy birthday! How are
Thank
you going to
you.
celebrate?
So it's August the 8th. My birthday is August the 8th. I'm a Leo. You know, I like, man, we got a lot. I'm gonna have to holler at you, man.
So
Hey, I'm gonna have to holler at this. Y'all can't see him. You know what I'm saying? But this man done gave me the pound on the dreadlocks. He just came from there. August the 8th. I'm August the 7th. Mental health. Man, I'm gonna have to holler at this brother. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, my birthday, August the 8th, is my birthday. But I'll be celebrating it to the public August the 15th at the Houston Improv. I'll be headlining. I headlined there in January the 10th, the night the Improv. I'm gonna give it out. I like to give it out like NBA stats, because I'm a big sports fan.
Congratulations.
And they
That's a
already
big
online.
deal.
They already online. So I'm gonna give you how it happened. January the 10th was my debut as the headliner. I had the highest ticket sold by a urban comedian from the south side of Houston on a Thursday night in January. That's how they be doing on ESPN. You can't touch that stat.
He the only player
The only one that did that.
to score 30 points in the second half of a Thursday night game on the news.
Yeah, man. That's how I stats is. But nah, we did about, in 2 weeks, we did about 325 people. And they kept opening up levels. That was the great thing about it. It was like, man, people still coming. I was on the way, and my guy Hype, who helped produce my album. I got an album out. Who produced my album, is he sent me the picture. And he's like, man, that's the line crazy. I was like, man, I'm on the way to line like that for real. Because you don't see the ticket sales. They come to you formally, like, you know, you get to sit down. They come bring you. And I done lost his weight, so I can cross my leg now. So, man, they come and talk to you like, here are your numbers and da da da. And like, I was like, okay, I'm official now. You know, so August the 15th is already online.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I got some heavy hitters on there. My boy Jeff Shelley, y'all might have seen him on
Jeff Shelley, yeah.
on the internet and around Houston and around Texas doing his thing. My boy Shabazz Playtime. Lil Darryl, man, I got some heavy hitters on there. Mr. Reverse It, the poet, and I got some other.
Speaking of heavy hitters, you said you have an album?
I have an album coming out. Well, no, it's not coming out. It's already
out.
It's already out.
You can stream it on
Everything.
Spotify, iTunes,
Apple Music, Tidal, everything. YouTube. If you don't have if you're one of those people that don't want to pay for music, you mad that you can't steal no more like you used to. It's on YouTube too. It's called It's Tough. Ben Jackson Is Tough. That's my album.
Congratulations.
And you're gonna be performing here at Urban Flower?
I'll be here hosting here. I've done a lot of shows. From the winery
From
to
a
here.
winery to here.
So July the 12th.
8 p.m.
Yeah, 8 p.m. for all the cancels. Come on out. Don't come in here crying. I know how y'all can be.
And get out of your shell. Get out of your
Matter of
shell.
fact, come on in and we can help y'all not cry. I know how y'all cancers can be.
Oh my God.
Come on, help your Leo brother, your big Leo brother. It's gonna help y'all on that. Come on out, all my Leos. Come on out, because they're gonna need the help.
Something about Leos that they like to be in the spotlight. Huh?
No. Actually, Leos just like to live. The spotlight comes to them.
Oh, pardon me.
Hey man, hey, I'm just saying. I didn't ask to come here. I'm here. Just saying. Hey, we here, man. We here.
Oh my God. Awesome. So Dustin, what's going on with you? You told me that you're from Killeen?
I'm from Killeen, Texas. My dad was in the military, so I moved to Fort Hood when I was like 4. But Killeen is like a suburb of Fort Hood, Texas. It's like right next to each other.
Mm-hmm.
So I was living in, like I said, I was living in Killeen, Texas since I was like, the Fort Hood, Killeen area since I was 4 years old until I graduated from high school. and I moved out here to Houston. Killeen is a very, very interesting place because it's a melting pot of people. Every nationality you can think of is in Killeen, from Samoan people to, you know what I'm saying, Asian people to Arabic people, and everybody mixed all in because of the military.
Military
Yeah,
families.
so you growing up being well rounded and be able to connect with a lot of different people, a lot of different nationalities, and you're exposed to a lot of different cultures just because of you might be next to somebody in school that that is a Samoan person. Like you're like, damn, I never even heard of Samoa, and you exposed to this at 8 years old. You know what I'm saying? So you feel for a whole bunch of different cultures. So I love growing up in Killeen, and it's very small at the time when I was growing up. Now it's grown. It's like the fastest growing city in Texas. But at the time, it was one Walmart, one movie theaters, one mall. So growing up, it's like if you got into it with somebody in school, it's like, man, you might see them at Walmart. Like, hey, bro, I can't. My mom here with me. We can handle this another time. Let's just, Walmart off limits.
Wait till we get to school.
You know what I'm saying, man? Or if you get into it with somebody across town, it's like, man, I can't. We at the movies. I'm here with my mama. We eating pop. I can't do this right now.
Small world.
So it teaches you how to actually like settle your differences right then and there, and be gentleman like about it. As in like, man, look, we can't. Let's just, because I'm gonna see you at Walmart. I might see you at HEB. You only got one of all these places. So church.
The steak and
So it's like, man, we don't like each other. We fought already 4 times. Let me just. I don't like you. You don't like me. But when we see each other, it's cool. I ain't. You know what I'm saying? So that's what Killeen. It made your morals strong. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing I love about it. And one thing I learned about here in Houston, it's big, but the going out is small. But if somebody they can disappear in Houston, you will never see them again. You know what I'm saying? If they don't go out, you will never see them again.
And they don't really come looking for you either.
Yeah. So
what's going on?
So one thing I learned is I learned how to handle my issues young. At hit it on the nose. Hey, let's just go ahead and settle this right now. So.
So you left Killeen after high school, but what made you come to Houston of all the cities?
Okay, because Houston is like the mecca of Texas for everything that's going on. At the time when I graduated, it was 2004. I'm just telling y'all my age right now. But it was 2004, and I was like, man, all this stuff going on. I said, every time, just growing up, I have an older brother, you know what I'm saying? So I used to listen to his music, the screw tapes and all that, and I'm like, man, where is this coming from? He's like, man, this is Houston. He don't want, hey man, this is DJ's crew. Like, the music slowed down like this? I'm thinking that the CD player was broke or something. I'm like, what is this? And he was like, yeah, man, you gotta check this out. And then, then the Swisher House came out, and they used to come out. It's crazy because Paul Wall is like my homie now. So, but back in the day, I remember going to the record stores, and he'd be there dropping off CDs, and I'd see him or something. And it's like, he don't probably remember me as the little kid that I was like, hey man, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Now, and it's crazy, me and him homies, I can call him if I need to. I shot videos with him. It's just, Houston is just what was going on, so I knew I was moving to Houston. So I made sure I looked at Prairie View. I didn't really understand how far and how big Houston is. So I was like, I went to Prairie View, like, yeah, I'm right by Houston. I'm like, damn, it's like 30 minutes from the north side. From the north side. I'm like, dang. So I have to drive. But so then I moved in 1960, and as school, as school stopped, and I lived on the north side, and I moved to the south side. Then now I live downtown. So it was like I always knew I wanted to live downtown Houston. So right now, I accomplished one of my goals. I'm like, man, I'm gonna live downtown Houston one day. And it's like being in Killeen is so far fetched. Like, man, you ain't moving to nowhere. You know what I'm saying? People are like, man, that's not happening. But it's like, yeah, it happens. So a lot of people they're like, man, you living your dream or whatever. But I got so many more dreams to go. It's like,
that's awesome.
Yeah,
I love a bumper sticker that says, I'm not from Texas, but I got here as fast as I could. So you're not from Houston, but you got here as fast as
I could. Because this what was happening at.
Yeah, and so when did you start shooting video?
Oh, okay. So growing up, at the end of the day, I want to do movies. That's what I want to do. I'm growing to that. Growing up, my mom, man, God rest her soul, she died a week before I graduated from high school. But not to get into the sad stuff, but She the one, like, she's always used to go to the video store. Cause at that time, you know, it was like Blockbuster and Hollywood Video. You know, they ran everything. It wasn't no Red Box, it wasn't none of that. So, in Killeen, like, all the video store people knew her. Like, when a movie come out, they would put it up for her and everything. She'd come and they'd be like, hey, Miss Williams, here you go. I used to be with her. And then, like, I used to just watch movies with her until I started breaking it down and I started understanding, like, how the sequence is and how people fall in love with characters. I'm like, damn, this is what I want to do. So, it's as time go by, you know, like I said, I used to watch it, and then, you know, my mom was like, she was like, you know, I see you take interest in this, but, you know, in Killeen, there's no outlets for that. You know what I'm saying? So I had to just sit there and watch until I can find the outlet to one day do it. So when they created DSLR cameras and I already moved to Houston, I was working with well, dang, it gets even deeper than that. I was working with Johnny Dang and my bro C Stone. We from Killeen, and C Stone, he had basically was like, man, hey bro, just come to work with me, cause I had left and lived in Killeen for like 8 months, and he was like, man, just come out here, come back. I'm real close with Johnny. Just come work with us. And I seen that's what they were missing. I'm like, man, y'all do a lot of cool shit every day. Like, nobody even films this. He was like, yeah, man, nobody get it. So then, me and him talked. I said, man, let's go ahead and do the film. Cause he was like, man, what you want to do? I'm like, film is what I want to do. He was like, man, I don't got no money to do a film, bro. But like, shit, if you want to, you know, you can shoot some music videos for me or something. I'm like, cool. So I got this camera. It was called the Flip camera. It's funny, he brought it for me. It was maybe like $200 at the time, and it was one button. You couldn't adjust no aperture, no nothing. It was one big red button. You would hold it and just film and hold it up. I thought I was the man because I'm filming stuff, and you know what I'm saying. So then I got one of the monopods. Oh, you couldn't tell me nothing because you could screw it and I can hold it up and I can, you know what I'm saying. I thought that I was just doing so much, so I started filming him and Johnny, and then as time go by, I got a 5D Mark II, and then I just kept growing. I took a little bit of classes, but mainly is the School of Hard Knocks. I just learned just from doing it. Because every day it was always something going on. Every day. Then I learned how to edit, and then it just became so second nature.
So much work.
Yeah, but you know, when you love something, it's not work. Because it's like you love it, so you want to be the best anyway. So, you know, my friend was like, dang, man, you got good over 2 years. I'm like, yeah. Like, it's either that or I don't make any money. You know what I'm saying? So then I started learning. I just got good at it. And then here I am
Things
now.
have been falling into place for you, yeah?
Yes. It's just a slow grind. Like, because a lot of people, the thing about actually shooting, you're not in front of the camera. So a lot of people, like, they know my work still to this day, but don't know what I look like. Because it's like, oh, yeah, D-Will, I heard of you. Or Breadwinner Films, I heard of you, but I don't. Oh, I finally get a chance to, because like people don't even know, because I guess I'm out all the time, but you gotta know that it's me because I'm behind the camera. They just see my work when I post it and stuff.
What are some of your favorite films?
My favorite? Dang, that's hard. One of my favorite movies of all time, I would have to say, is Coming to America. I gotta say, Coming to America is one of my favorite just because how many different roles Eddie Murphy played, and at the time, the truth of what they was talking about, they made a parody out of it, but that's what a lot of black people were going through at that time. You know what I'm saying? So they made it so funny, but it was just so real. You know, I love Eddie Murphy movies, and one of my other favorite movies is Harlem Nights, just because of like the great dialogue and the black roles that were playing in there. It was like, man, like the lady who like shoot my pinky toe, like that's one of my aunts. You know what I'm saying? Like I can relate to them characters. You know, quick, I can relate to that. He reminds me of my brother. You know what I'm saying? Like this certain stuff, like so it's like, man, they're very relatable characters.
It's a good time for black film.
Yeah.
I guess because I realized that
Black
I believe that there was a time that black films had to be careful with how transparent they were about history.
That's
and
true.
And I'm gonna put in a little personal thing in here.
Sure.
My oldest daughter was I guess teachers told me at a very young age that she had voice. I love to read to my kids, and I never knew how that was going to translate into what they would become as they became themselves throughout life. And turns out she fell in love with film, and she's a student at USC.
Man,
And she comes home for the summers to wait tables at Papacitos downtown. The essay she wrote for her college admission was on Do the Right Thing
Do the Right Thing.
by Spike Lee. And she came, and one day she was waiting on tables, and she looked over her shoulder, and Spike Lee had just brought his family to dinner at Papacitos downtown after a game at the Toyota Center, and she got to shake his hand, and she shared her little, experience with him, and that he was very pleased to meet her, and she was very diplomatic, didn't take a selfie with him, didn't ask for an autograph, just was happy to have that moment with him and respect his time with his family and so forth. But she had a film class this past semester, and her instructor loved to talk about movies like the Black Klansman. What was this?
Yeah, I seen that movie. That
The
was
Help.
quite
Like a lot of the films were culture, gender, race, and many of them were black. And I asked her what did she get out of that, and she said that she learned that just like right now, black films are able to be a little more open about the true story and not try to cover up stuff.
That's
Does that make sense?
Absolutely true. Absolutely true. So back then, a lot of, like John Singleton is one of my favorite directors. You know, I love John Singleton and I love Quentin Tarantino. They're like my favorite directors. And Stanley Kubrick. Yeah, R.I.P. to John. Let's take a drink to that. R.I.P. John Singleton. John Singleton, he took a chance on Boys in the Hood. I did research on this because that movie actually, it became a cult classic, but at first they had to show it overseas. Because in America, they was like, man, we ain't trying to, you know, it's the 90s with all the stuff going on and the Christian blood, NWA out, Ice Cube in the movie. They like, man,
we ain't getting behind that.
So they basically, they got some good funding and they showed it overseas. And overseas people liked it. And then it came to America after the fact. Yeah, because it was like, man, nah. But that movie, it also like, I don't know, I love movies that kind of impact the culture. That's why I say I like Quentin Tarantino as well, because he did Pulp Fiction and he done Django. And it's crazy, like that word said nigga so much in the movie, and it was written by a white dude, but he actually knew how to, it was kind of like a slap in the face. You know what I'm saying? Like how clever it was wrote. And all his movies, the dialogue is so great. Like just from Pulp Fiction, when they was walking to the when they was going right before they shot the dudes, they shot the dude was talking about the I can't remember the part. You know when I was in the room in Pulp Fiction when they shot the dude and it was like when the dude was like, let me taste your burger.
Yeah.
Before he laid it, like when they was walking up to their room, like the dialogue of him and Samuel Jackson.
That's a wonderful.
Yeah, Samuel Jackson, John Travolta. The writing was just so good. It was like a real genuine conversation, like he wasn't even in the movie.
Exactly.
I'm like, man, that's
great. You feel like you're in the room.
Yeah, you feel like these people talking. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. So like, you know, I said at the end of the day, that's what I want to do is do movies, but I think all this is practicing is preparing me for that. So,
So I've been a photographer for more than 20 years, so I understand your pain that you spend more time behind the camera, and nobody knows what you look like, but now you're here in front of this camera.
Right.
What do you think about technology and how everybody's a photographer, everybody's a videographer, everybody's a porn star? Like, tell me what your feelings are.
You know, are they gonna come? Are they gonna be on the show?
The selfies and the videos exchanging, and nobody needs to carry a 7-pound camera around.
Okay, but you said porn star. What you just named? What you just described was porn star. I need information on porn star.
But I kind of get what you mean.
Porn star.
Everybody thinks they take a movie of themselves.
I understand what you mean. I definitely understand what you mean.
I don't.
I just thought I'd throw that in there.
Yeah.
I need them.
You know, you do the.
Not for me. Not for me. I just need to know where they at to stay away from.
We lost weight.
You know who you are.
I think, in all actuality, I think the technology is great that we can film each other and phones are doing really good. But it's still nothing like having that DSLR camera.
How do you
or having
defend the
a camera,
profession? Yes.
or having
the
a camera
art.
because it's an eye for this. You know, anybody can film, and yeah, you're right, but it's an eye to be able to shoot it cinematically and understand lighting and understand that, you know, I'm a professional at this. You know, it's like, just like anybody can go out in the court and play basketball, you can shoot a jump shot all day, but are you going to better play in the NBA? That's a whole different ball game. You know what I'm saying? It's like that, I feel like, with film, because at the end of the day, it's like anybody can shoot something and hold it, but do you know the rule of thirds? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, do you know and understand that?
Rembrandt lighting, rim
Yeah.
lighting, backlighting.
Exactly.
And now there's, I know that there are some apps when I'm editing that can totally change the placement of a light on an image. It scares me like crazy because I had to practice so hard to learn how to place the light so the shadows were cast a certain way. And now you can just push a button or click on a screen, for that matter, and change the direction of a light on a subject.
You know what?
Is that crazy?
Like I say, I think that's crazy. I think that's dope because it still boils down to, if you don't love this, you're not going to research it to even know that.
To even know that.
Yeah, you gotta, this is one of them crafts that you can't just, oh, I'm just going to be a videographer one day. I'm just going to film one day. It's like you got to love it because with how much goes into it, it's endless. It's like, I might edit something for like 3 or 4 hours and it might only be 25 seconds. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to love it.
I can chime in on the importance of the photographers and stuff just because I just did the album. And you think that people will say, hey, in comedy, send me a flyer. Send me a picture for the flyer. And then they'll make it work. Whoever designed the flyer, you send them a flyer, you send them a picture, you don't know that you done messed it up because it came from Facebook, that's been broken down. You don't know that.
You don't know that.
I don't know that. I've been doing this for years.
Too dark.
I've been doing this for years. Send me a picture. Matter of fact, he owe about 5 of them hoes. Yeah, do what you do.
Like, oh, that's too small.
And then, I don't know that, but it wasn't until it was time to do the album, and it was time to make some money, and and I had like, okay, I gotta do
Photo shoot.
Well, no. So what happened was my guy Hype South, who shout out to Hype with Chow Time. I've got a lot of work with them. He produced the album. He's a videographer as well, and he do his thing. He produced the album. So I had the album, had the audio, and stuff like that. So he saw the picture. I got the picture from Charles. I can't say it. I gotta say that they ain't asked me to, but it would be irresponsible for me not to. Charles, Chris Allen, and A Different Minds. I did an event with them, and they had like a great picture. My guy took it. He said, "Man, I gotta use that picture." You know Chris?
Yeah, no, Chris.
Yeah. So he was like, so shout out to Chris Allen. So
Seattle. Yeah.
So so he pulled that picture. So he did the flyer. So I'm the one that's doing the work as far as putting my album and stuff together, putting it on the streaming sites.
Yeah.
So I get to the end and it say the flyer, because he just made the flyer. That was gonna be the thing. He said, yeah, it said it's not big enough or something like that.
Yeah.
So I feel like them rappers I had to send. I said it's not too big enough. He said I need the original picture. That's my boy.
The
Hype said.
resolution.
Yeah. So then I had to hit Seattle up. So the Seattle was like, okay, I got to hit the original photographer who took the original picture. And then I found out he was like, hey man, it's my work. I'm sensitive about it. And then when he told me about, hey, I'm giving you the originals.
Intellectual property.
Yeah, and he told me about. He said, I'm giving it these is, and I understood when he said that. I say, that makes sense.
Especially
It
with
makes
the
sense.
digital.
When you're not doing it, you don't think about
you
it.
don't think about that. And then also when it comes to video, and man, I hate to say it, people always be like, well, sometimes people like, man, you charge a little too much, bro. We're like, cause I'm good.
Yeah.
It's experience.
I'm good.
Yeah,
Get your
yeah.
home.
Experience,
I'm gonna get my
equipment.
homeboy to do it for X amount. Get him to do it, and then see the difference.
You'll see some stuff.
Yeah.
Cause at the same time, it's like I know what I'm doing, and I'm good at this.
Yeah.
Like if you don't want to pay the price, then that's fine. But
I know
don't
what
try
you're
to
talking
discredit
about.
my craft. Well, all I need is it. No,
Yeah.
I'm telling you what
I'm
you
just gonna
need.
use it for this, right?
Yeah, I'm telling you what you
I
need
had
to do.
I had a guy tell me, a comedian told me one time, he said, man, do not learn, when you get your price, and when somebody asks you, don't I mean, you can negotiate a little bit or whatever. If it's compromise,
Yeah, I do.
compromise,
I'm cool with
but
that.
if it's a situation that you don't feel comfortable,
Sometimes.
walk away from. It's okay to walk away from some things. Because
Okay to
I
say
learned
no.
I learned to
It's
say
okay,
no
yeah.
to certain things too.
Sometimes it's a
Yeah.
win-win.
Yeah.
You know, you scratch my back, I scratch yours.
yeah, you have that.
But people have bills to pay. They have to
Mhm.
support their families. They have to support their craft. Keep their equipment updated. Keep themselves learning, and that costs money and time.
Yeah,
Time
exactly.
is money.
And we got you some CBD pre-rolls. Like to
Yes,
see if
I
you like
see.
to try. Well,
Oh, you
here's
know I'm
yours,
gonna try. Oh, this mine. Okay,
Yeah.
this mine.
You
I'm
can
about
try
to
it.
smoke his.
Jimmy got ahead of me,
Oh,
but
okay.
we were
Let's
going
see,
to
do I
talk
need to-
about
Okay, let's go ahead. Here we go.
what do you guys know about CBD. As you know, Jimmy was.
This is my first time doing anything like this of any sort.
Aw,
Oh, really?
we're so privileged.
Let me record
right?
let me play the back footage.
So
I
Jimmy
doing it
was
right?
known
Yeah.
for Dionisia Winery, and we've taken a new direction in life
Am I
and
supposed to-
started the CBD business, Urban Flower. We're getting a great response from the community. There are so many people that need CBD in their lives to alleviate symptoms of stress, depression, insomnia, pain, and the list goes on and on. So, what do you know about it?
So the first thing I know about it, it is legal, cause I am a nigga with benefits. Yes,
Did you know that CBD was smokable?
I didn't understand how it was legal at first because I was like, man, because actually we had an event and I was filming maybe like a month ago, and I seen everybody with these jars and shit. I'm like, how the fuck you can? You know what I'm saying? I didn't really
All
get
you
it.
see is weed.
I'm like,
That's all
it's weed.
you about
This
to
is
see
weed. I'm like, this is weed right here with all these people. And then he broke it down to me, and then I actually had smoked it one time before. Shout out to my boy G6 because he recommended my people to come here. You know
Oh,
what I'm saying?
wonderful. Thank you, G6.
To get some, and I just smoked it. It was relaxed, you know, and like so it relaxed me, but I didn't really get the other high. Yeah.
Right, you get to a point, I hear, that you feel so relaxed that you should be feeling high and you don't, and that's kind of bizarre.
So for me, when I did it, the first time, cause when I first when I came over, in my mind, you can't not get it, see it, and not think weed. I mean, you can't say
It
that.
smells like it, it
You know what I
looks
mean?
like
Or,
it.
you know what I'm saying? You can't not think, green or, bud. You can't not think that. You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing you think. And then you get it, and then you're like, oh, you. I think you have to
He's so
use
proud of
it.
his
I think you
flowers.
have to use it as needed.
Can I ask a
As
question
needed.
real quick?
Ask us a question.
How do okay?
No, I'm saying I'm talking about the CBD exclusive.
How do it be like this? Whatever, you know what I'm saying? But like, how do y'all get the THC out of it? Like, how does that work?
So we're not farmers. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, the thing is, cannabis has some children, and one of them being marijuana and the other being hemp. Hemp is produced to have high levels of CBD compounds and low THC, almost no THC. So that's why you can smoke the flower and not get high, but you still benefit from all of the alleviations, like I said, pain. It connects with CB1 and CB2 receptors that are part of our endocannabinoids. Every living creature has cannabinoids, and we just get the help from the extract of hemp to reduce inflammation, to help us with mental health. And there are so many benefits. I urge everybody to learn as much as they can. We are happy to answer questions here at the store. One-on-one, you can just come by. We're open 10 to 7, Monday through Friday. Monday through Saturday, we only get Sundays off. And anyway, you can reserve a time, and we can have one-on-one time, or depending on how busy we are, we'll step aside and help with anything, because there's so many ways to administer it and to consume it. We have beverages, candies, chocolates, we have tea, coffee, gummies, capsules, and vape products that are healthy. We try to get everything that's chemical free, non-GMO, pesticide free, organic, as much as possible. And then we have other gifts like
what I'm gonna say is,
tell us.
it definitely helped me with, because I don't have a problem with anxiety. I've heard that it helps with anxiety, but the only thing I can say, it helped me with, well, what I have an issue with was sleeping. I'm a person that's I don't stay up on purpose, or I accidentally fall asleep for like 2 hours, and then I'll be like up. And then when I had got it, I smoked it like maybe around like 8, 9, and I was like good by like 10:30, which is good. That's about a good time for me. 10:30, I was good to about like 6.
You sleep solid, so it helps you fall into the deeper layers of your sleep. And if you get a nice restful night, then you have a more productive day following, and it becomes a cycle. If you don't smoke, you don't need to start smoking, but if you do, this is a very healthy alternative. We've been told that studies show people are being able to curb cravings for nicotine and tobacco. It's helping curb cravings for alcohol, and just really puts humans into a balanced, mellow mood with a lot of health benefits that are unbelievable. The government doesn't want us to call it a miracle drug or whatever. It's healthy. It's an herb. God put it here. That's why we're here, and we're so happy to.
They couldn't deny it.
Yeah.
Even the government put a patent on marijuana. I don't know if you heard of that lately. They put a patent on 2003, I believe. So they're the only ones who have full control over
what?
marijuana.
The government?
If it's legal or not?
No,
Or if
they put a patent on actual marijuana itself.
As a medical compound, I guess.
So if it didn't work, why all of a
Medicinal.
sudden you put a
patent
patent
on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no one else can take. They're smart. They know what they're doing. And it's like a lot of these. Now that CBD is out, it's like a lot of these pharmaceutical companies are paying the government under the table to kind of really keep that restriction for CBD, because you can make CBD with anything: brownies, cookies. I mean, your drinks. But they're still fighting to try to keep it still in the circle with it going everywhere, because CBD does help a lot of people. We've had people from cancer, a lot of arthritis, high blood pressure, anxiety, depression.
It improves your stamina. It improves your stamina, fellas, by 30 minutes.
And so, and how do we know this?
So what? Hey, I'm just saying.
Speaking of stamina, Father's Day is coming up.
Mm-hmm.
You have kids?
I do.
Yes, young ones.
Shit. I mean, they ain't young, but they ain't working. So, I mean, how you want to classify them?
So,
I don't know. I don't know. this. They in the way right now. They taking up
They
space. They eating up everything. They want everything. They want to do everything, and it's fun though. It's like shit. Whatever you want to do it.
So, are you partial to being a friend or a parent? And how do you, like, where do you draw the line?
I'm a parent that I say as long as you don't kill yourself, kill nobody, break the law. And break the law that means shit. You can't be out here smoking and drinking and leaving. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about you can't break the law and you enjoy yourself. When kids really like me, I don't really like kids, but no, I like kids like because they so honest and they fun and stuff like that. And kids really like me, so because I just allow them to just do what the hell they want to do. Just
Life
be
is
yourself.
short.
Yeah, just do
Life
whatever
is
the hell you
fragile.
want to do. And as long as I don't hear, leave me the hell alone. Like, I ain't gonna bother you. Like, and then when y'all want
Get
to come,
along.
yeah, and then I come in and I do my daddy thing, and then and then eventually daddy want to go do his thing. So I'm about to go, even if it just go downstairs and not be in y'all shit, cause y'all need to do y'all shit. I gotta do both. You gotta have a healthy balance. You know, I really try to make sure that they know they can come and say whatever.
So on Father's Day, do you like to spend time with them, or you want to have a day to yourself to do whatever you want?
It depends on how my days have been going leading up.
Hey,
I mean, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because you know, see, the thing about Mother's Day is, no matter what, y'all want to be pampered on Mother's Day. You don't give a shit if your shit been, if you've been having, you're like, oh, I done went out every night of the last 6 months. I've been having the time of my life for the last 6 months, but you still want some big ass shit for Mother's Day.
except me.
Yeah, whatever. You do. Let's just come in there and say, shit, you just done lived your life for 6 months. And he say, shit, Mother's Day ain't shit. Mother's Day ain't shit.
I always turned it around, and this was just me. I felt blessed to be a mom, and I wanted to spend time with my kids. I didn't care if we had a present. I didn't care if we had brunch. I wanted to be by the water at the beach or something and just kind of enjoy, because I know that there are a lot of moms that wish they had. There are women, not moms, women that wish they had kids and couldn't. Women that had kids and shouldn't. So I just had to embrace my my experience, and well, now I get to do it a little bit all over with 3 step kids. It's different, but it brings back some of those memories and of feeling needed because my kids are grown and so forth. But what about you, Dustin?
Excuse me. I don't have any kids.
Do you want some?
How you did?
I'm single. He said,
I mean, you know what? I don't even want to know how you did. I don't even want to know how you did. I don't even want to know. I want to know, but I don't.
I don't have any kids because I had a real good mom who always used to throw stuff at me, like
He's smart.
like you know it, just like little things that I always used to be mindful of, like, man,
I just said listen.
of the woman. You know, I want to make sure I have a strong woman, and when I thought I had that, it always folded. So it's like, hey, I'm happy I waited, you know.
It's not time yet.
Yeah, my last relationship, I could have sworn that was gonna be my wife, but it just didn't work out. So it's like, thank God. Like, for some reason, and I know the path that I'm headed to, it's gonna take a strong woman to actually be with me. So I'm like, man, let me just be single and get to where I need to go, and then
Everything will fall into
everything will
place.
fall into place one day.
Wonderful.
You know. So I was always mindful of, like, you know, I feel like I'm a millionaire. I just haven't cashed my check yet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I got to get there. Then one day
You're
I
gonna-
definitely want kids though. I want to have a family. I want to have all the American dream, but
You just haven't met her yet.
I just haven't met her yet.
That's
and
awesome.
Man, I thought I was gonna kill it.
Well, listen.
With the nigga with benefits, I thought that was gonna be the thing to kill it. And then he come in at the end with the you can't beat that. That's just I wanted to introduce her to her baby mom. I just want Jesus Christ.
This
But
one,
look,
man, that's it.
Father's Day is Sunday, June 16th.
Yes,
You're still
yes.
thinking about what to get that
Hey,
special dad in your life? We've got,
come here. So first off,
do you like to read to your kids? No.
so reading is fundamental. Let's just put that out there. So as you can see, I know what y'all see. First thing you see, I know what you think. I thought the same thing. But as you can see, this is green buds and hash. Okay? A pot-filled parody by Dana Lawson or by Chip Crumb.
Read by Ben Jackson.
Read by Ben, yeah.
Next
By who else?
episode,
You know what I'm saying?
Ben
But
Jackson reads to you.
Yeah, every so. Yeah, So yeah, this is interesting. You know what I'm saying? You want to read it? You want me to read a line or something? Let's see. Okay, let's see what this. Because I thought it was something else, and then I had to think. I said, well, you know where you are. It couldn't be that, unless they're messing with you. Would you like green buds and hash? No, I would not, Mr. Stash. My nigga eyes red.
Hey, man.
My nigga go, man. I don't know if y'all can see my boy, man, but I don't know if y'all can see my man here. You see my boy?
It's great.
God, dog. I don't know if I would put Stash in charge of the stage.
I know.
Stash look like he been in the stage.
Let Dustin read the next one.
Okay, here we go. Next page.
Long.
Here we go.
I'm feeling relaxed too. Would you like them in a bone? Would you like them all day long? Then they got it. No, would not like them in the bone. No, would not like them all day long. I do not like green buds and hash. I do not want them, Mr. Stash. Hey, this is the coolest book in the world, I promise, man. I'm about to take this home with me. I need
It's
like
great.
10 of them.
It goes on to emphasize that medicinal marijuana is beneficial to anyone suffering from all of these symptoms, and we're the one and only place to find it in Houston. It came all the way from Canada, and this is just an example of all the great gifts that you can find at Urban Flower, along with flour.
Yeah, you gotta do it. You gotta come and get the book. You gotta come and check out the book just because you just read it. I read one page and Mr. Stash offered him some and he said no. And then D. Will read a page and he offered him some, right?
Yeah.
And he said no, right?
He said no.
You gotta come you gotta see the persistence of Mr. Stash. Mr. Stash is not quitting. You just gotta see how far Mr. Stash is really going, because he's pretty clever.
You need it, yeah,
Yeah.
to find out how it ends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to see what's up.
Urban
And
Flower.
coming by your bud, we have 27 different strains. And more
I'm on the
coming.
lifter.
Would you like them in the bone?
Yeah, would you like them in the bomb?
And a cookie or a cake.
Pre-roll.
It goes on and on.
There you go.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Can I say something real quick
Yeah.
before we close out? Follow me on Instagram at DWillGetItDone, at Breadwinner Films, and I just want to give a shout out to everybody who helped me with my success. Shout out C Stone, shout out Parwad, shout out Johnny Dane, shout out my brother Lou, shout out P who been helping me, shout out Ashley Thompson, and shout out Old Dallas who been helping me with my video stuff. And Roman Brown, shout out Roman Brown. Anybody I missed, I apologize, but shouts out to you. You already know.
Oh, he's practicing for his Oscar.
Okay, let me give mine real
Yeah,
quick. Let me give mine real quick.
You gotta practice.
The rundown. Well, of course, to the high power. Oh, we giving the speech?
July 12th.
Oh, yeah,
No,
July 12th.
How do we follow you?
Okay, yeah. First off, because you said the speech, and I was about to start giving it.
Yeah. I see you was prepared. He was like, so do I get the big one or the little one?
You know what I'm saying? You want me to take it Southern Church first giving out of the guy, deacon, pastor. But no. So at Benadam Food though, at BENAD. At Benadam Food, just like it's supposed to be spelled. Okay. Don't do no slang. Ben a damn fool. Ben. Cause people always want to change shit. Just it's in the dictionary. All the words is already there. You gonna be original and change shit around? It's there for you. It's other ways to make it. You know,
confusing people. Huh?
You know what I'm saying?
It's simple.
You know what I'm saying?
English.
Not really saying. Is you talking about DA? Is it damn with the? No, it's either. Okay, Benadam Fool. Ben Jackson on everything. Ben Jackson is tough. On all streaming sites, iTunes, Apple, Spotify, Tidal. You can listen to my album, 45 minutes of stand-up comedy, and I'm gonna give y'all a real fun fact about it. It's 45 minutes of comedy, but in all honesty, it was recorded without my knowledge. I didn't know that I was gonna be recorded that night. What I'm saying is, I'm just out there just doing I got time. I got jokes, okay? And I'll be doing more albums as well. So just check it out. That's what I'm saying is that's 45 minutes on accident.
I look forward to hearing it.
So it's on everything it's out there. Check it out. And
look out for tickets.
July the 12th, we're gonna be here at the Urban Flower for the comedy show here. And
you can catch us as well. You can follow us if you like on Facebook under Urban Flower Depot or Instagram urban_flower depot.
That'll do it.
That's it.
Thanks, guys. Have a great night.
See you next Thursday.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day. Love you, Dad.
Black men don't cheat.
Right.